The Adventures of Yugi and Finn. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Finn who lived all alone in the vast meadows, far away from people. He would wander the forest, tend to the wounds of injured animals, and feed those that were hungry. Finn was a very helpful and kind-hearted boy, but he had one problem. When he tried to talk to people, he would get so nervous that he would feel breathless and couldn't speak. For this reason, he lived far away from others. One day, as Finn was walking through the forest, he came across an injured owl. The owl had large, deep wounds just above its pure white wings and was lying in a pool of blood. Finn took the owl home, carefully cleaning and bandaging its deep wounds. He waited by the owl's side for days, treating it with medicines he made himself. After a few weeks, the owl managed to open its eyes and scanned the room. At first, it was anxious, not knowing where it was, but it didn't have the strength to get up. Finn quickly came to the owl's side and tried to comfort it, saying, "Don't be afraid, no harm will come to you from me. My name is Finn." The owl mumbled intermittently, "Where am I?" Finn explained that he had found it injured in the forest and brought it home to treat it. Then, once it had recovered a bit, he asked how it had gotten into such a state. The owl wanted to answer but didn't feel well enough yet, so it continued to rest in silence. About a week later, the owl was on its feet, slowly starting to stretch and flap its wings. Over the past week, Finn and the owl had grown very fond of each other. Finn learned that the owl's name was Yugi. With his pure white wings and dignified posture, Yugi made Finn feel that he was no ordinary owl. Yugi lived with his tribe in a region of Central Asia called Manis. Yugi's tribe was ancient. They had a magic book entrusted to them by their ancestors. Yugi and his tribe were the guardians of this book. The book was also content with its safe life among Yugi's people. If the book were to fall into the hands of malicious people, humans could be harmed. With the knowledge Yugi gained from the book, he would sustain the forests, grow crops, and feed the animals. This magic book offered itself in the service of this wise owl for the sake of goodness. However, there were those who were not pleased with Yugi's good deeds. For example, the vultures complained because their prey had become scarce. One day, a flock of malicious vultures cornered Yugi while he was searching for food and chased him far from his home. Yugi tried to escape from them as long as his breath held out. But after a while, Yugi was out of breath and slowed down. At that moment, the vultures caught up to Yugi and began to attack him. It turned out that this was when Finn had found Yugi in his injured state. One day, Yugi told Finn about the magic book and made him a sincere offer. If Finn helped him return to his tribe, he could ask the magic book for help to enable Finn to speak with people. The next day, Finn and Yugi set off together, and after a journey of many days, they arrived at Yugi's tribe. When the owls in Yugi's tribe saw him, they began to cry out with joy and flap their wings. Everyone in his tribe was overjoyed at Yugi's return and curiously asked what had happened to him. Yugi explained one by one how the vultures had attacked him and how Finn had healed him. Hearing this, the other owls in the tribe flapped their wings and embraced Yugi and Finn immediately. Went to the place where the magic book was kept. Yugi called out to the book, "Magic book, my dear friend, how can we enable Finn to speak with people?" The magic book began to speak in a deep voice. Finn's ability to speak will become possible only after he meets and comes together with 40 different people from 40 different tribes. Yugi and Finn didn't fully understand how this would happen. How were they supposed to summon 40 people from 40 different tribes? They left the magic book and went to Yugi's tribe. When the tribal chief saw them, he asked what the magic book had said. Yugi told him they needed to find 40 different people from 40 different tribes, but didn't know how. Upon hearing this, the old tribal chief said that he had seen and experienced much, and if they gave him 1 week, he could find 40 people from 40 different tribes. So, Yugi and Finn decided to wait for the tribal chief. The old chief flew tirelessly for days from village to village, inviting one person from each place to a feast in his tribe. After about a week, he returned to his tribe and gave Yugi and Finn the good news. The next day, different people began to arrive at the tribe. Everyone in the tribe worked hard to prepare for the feast, making delicious food. Finn was also very excited. He worried that he would get too nervous and be unable to speak again, and he couldn't sleep at night. When the 40 people from 40 different tribes had arrived, the feast began. Yugi took Finn to the guests. Finn shyly nodded his head in greeting and quickly sat down. The guests, understanding Finn's shyness, took turns going to him, asking how he was, and trying to talk to him. But Finn couldn't speak at all. Then, when the last guest came and said hello to Finn, the word hello came out of Finn's mouth. Everyone was overjoyed and celebrated by hugging Finn. The Owl tribe and Yugi also showed their joy by flapping their wings. Finn spoke with every single person who came to the feast. He loved talking to people so much that he never wanted to stop.